Good morning, everyone. So I just thought I'd do a very quick video regarding gradings, a little bit of information on that, how it works, the processes of it. So when it comes around to a grading day, so again, we've been sort of inundated with brand new people asking, what the sort of, the process is of a grading. So we'll generally be looking at people for gradings around sort of about 3 months after they first start. It might be sooner on some cases, depending on how that particular student adapts to the training that we're doing. So for instance, it might take maybe one student to pick something up, and it might take them maybe 6 weeks to learn, and then there might be someone else that will take literally 2 weeks to learn. Everybody's different. It's one of those things of if we're all the same, life will be boring. So in certain cases, I might go, actually, that person is an absolute natural. They're going to be put in. They're going to be put in. Literally, it might be after maybe 2 months, 2.5 months. And again, that's just a guide, by the way. It's not a guaranteed thing. So don't think, right, 3 months, bang, my child is going to be going in. It's depending on how they adapt to their training and what their behaviour's like, and making sure that they're doing everything that they need to do. So when it comes round to that, you'll get paperwork from obviously ourselves. It will have the dates, the times, what the costings are. You have to be in full uniform. No t-shirts are allowed. It has to have a nice, clean, fresh gi. No smelly gis, guys. Your gi is your uniform, by the way. You have to have your badge as well. We did have a couple of guys on Sunday that didn't have badges on, so let's get on top of that, please. Apart from that, that's pretty much it. The grading time normally for children is around an hour 15. So it's normally an hour's worth of training with sort of 15 minutes, 20 minutes, giving her awards out, which is obviously their belts. Normally we don't allow the parents in during the grading time because it makes the children get a little bit unsettled and think they could go and obviously jump out, every sort of 2 minutes to go and either grab a drink or whatever. So we specifically ask that we leave, we don't have parents in the hall during the grading time. However, we normally sort of allow them in literally maybe 5-10 minutes before the end of the session, so they can see a little bit of training, and then we'll have the award ceremony after that. That's where the parents can obviously see their children grade, get their new belts, have pictures taken, etc. like that. So that's partly with that. Then we'll have an adults grading as well. So adults grading is normally around 2.5 hours. So, and again, it's not the fact that I expect more from the adults. It's just that I know that adults can understand, obviously, a lot more at that age. Okay. So again, and I'm not sort of trying to discriminate children and kids. It is what it is. I expect obviously more from the adults. Okay. So, now, when it comes round to some of the children getting to a certain level, so let's say, for instance, we had Lucy. She was a green belt. She's now graded to purple belt. So now, when it comes round to her next level coming up, she will now go up into the adults grading. So it will be an advanced grading. So which means there's more for her that she has to prove to me that she can do. At that level, I expect them to be able to do more. So, and again, I don't see that being a problem for them being able to do a 2.5 hour grading, because at that stage, they've probably done at least nearly 2 years worth of training by then, or thereabouts. So they should be able to competently be able to train at that level for 2.5 hours without sort of lagging. And again, I'm not expecting to push them to a level where I'm going to break them. They've got to pace themselves to make sure they get through the whole 2.5 hours and, prove to me that they can do everything that I'm expecting them to do. So that's pretty much a way of how the grading would work. And again, one of the things, or a little bit of history behind it, is, basically, from my personal experiences, it's a disrespectful thing to go, when am I grading? When am I due for grading? You will be told when you're grading. So that's basically one of the sort of little bits of history behind it. Don't ask for a grading. If you want some sort of idea, I've got no problems with you going, Sensei, what do I need to work on for my next grade? Is there anything in particular that I need to sort of, increase on? Is there anything else that I need to maybe sort of do a lot better? That's a way of asking for a grading, or that's a way, or a polite way of asking, is there anything that I need to work on? Not literally go all guns blazing, when am I grading? Or I'm going grading. I promise you now, I've had this before. I've had lots of students, right, I'm going grading. Oh, are you? Who told you that then? Well, I'm due. What do you mean you're due? There's a certain, okay, so there's a certain criteria that has to be met. So, as long as everybody knows that, then absolutely brilliant. But I just thought I'd give you a little bit of insight on how the gradings would work, and, just making sure that you guys sort of understand, what's expected. Our next grading, by the way, will be the 31st of October. And again, I've already got my lists. I'm starting to put my list together already. I've seen children improve massively, by the way. And it's been lovely to see the children getting involved again, having that contact work going on, having the pad work going on. And I was very proud on Sunday to see them being awarded their next levels. And again, it's moving on up. Those that know, people, moving on up. All right. Anyway, guys, take it steady. Have a good rest of your afternoon. I just thought I'd give you a little bit of insight on how things work with a thorough grading. Any questions at all, do give me a shout, and hopefully I'll be able to answer them as best as I possibly can. All right, I'll see some of you guys later on this evening at the Christ the King dojo for our 3 sessions later on this evening. So really looking forward to that. Take it steady. Have a good one. I'll catch you guys later. All right. Cheers, guys. Bye-bye.